My name's Ethan Cole. I'm a single dad. My daughter Lily is 8 years old. She's got cerebral palsy and every day feels like a fight, not just against her body, but against the world. The HOA here in Willow Creek, Arizona, had been a nightmare from day one. Karen Whitlock, the HOA president, hated us. Said Lily's wheelchair ramp ruined the neighborhood aesthetic. I'd begged her to let it stay. It's temporary, I lied. Karen smirked and fined me $500 anyway. Last month, Lily's photos started disappearing from my phone. I thought it was a glitch. Then yesterday, my buddy Marco from Interpol called. Ethan, I found Lily's pictures on the dark web. Someone's selling them as inspiration porn for crypto. My throat closed. Inspiration porn. They were exploiting my kid's disability for profit. Marco traced the IP. It led straight to Karen's house. I stormed to her porch, my hands shaking. Karen answered, sipping iced tea like she'd won the lottery. Ethan, here to finally fix that eyesore ramp? I shoved my phone in her face. A listing of Lily in her wheelchair captioned, Crippled Angel, 0.5 Bitcoin. Karen's smile froze. You think? This is me? Her voice cracked. I'm a mother too. But Marco doesn't make mistakes. That night, I hacked into Karen's Wi-Fi. Old habits die hard. Before Interpol, I was a black hat. Found folders labeled HOA Project. Thousands of photos. Lily's therapy sessions, her first steps with braces, even private moments I'd never posted. My blood turned cold. Then I saw a file named Phase 2. Opened it. Plans to foreclose my house. The screen blurred. Lily's laughter floated from her room. She was watching cartoons, oblivious. I gripped the desk. Karen wasn't just stealing photos. She wanted to bury us. I called Marco. I need you to stall. For what? To remind Karen who I really am. I didn't sleep. By sunrise, I dug up every bite of Karen's life. Her husband left her last year. Her son Jason was expelled for hacking his school's database. Apple doesn't fall far. But the real gold? A secret HOA slush fund. Karen had siphoned $200,000 from neighborhood fees, all sitting in a Cayman account under Willow Creek Beautification. I printed the evidence, hands steady for the first time in weeks. This ends today. Lily hugged me goodbye at the bus stop, her tiny arms squeezing my neck. Daddy, why are you shaking? Just cold, bug, I lied. Karen's office was all glass and smugness. She glared as I tossed the Cayman papers on her desk. You've got 24 hours to delete Lily's photos and drop the foreclosure, or everyone sees this. She palmed the documents, her French tips trembling. Then she laughed, a sharp, broken sound. You think this scares me? The HOA board knows everything. We protect our own. Her eyes narrowed. But you? A washed-up hacker raising a cripple? The police will believe me when I say you stole that money. The air thickened. She's right. My past was a landmine. One call and CPS would take Lily. I leaned in, voice low. I kept logs, timestamps, encrypted backups. You breathe near my kid and I'll bury you in federal prison. Her smile died. At home, Lily's iPad pinged, a notification from an unknown account. At Dark Web Angel. Cute kid. Shame if her accidents got worse. The screen showed Lily's bedroom. Live. I sprinted upstairs. Lily was coloring, oblivious. But her window, wide open. A crowbar sat on the sill. My phone buzzed. Karen, you should have stayed quiet. I called Marco, voice cracking. She's threatening Lily. I need you to... Ethan, wait. Marco's tone dropped. The IP... It wasn't just Karen's house. Someone inside Interpol altered the logs. This goes deeper. The walls closed in. Lily hummed downstairs, her crayons scratching paper. My fault. I dragged her into this. Then a knock. Mrs. Rivera, our 72-year-old neighbor, stood holding a casserole. Saw strange cars outside Karen's last night. She slid a USB into my palm. Security footage. For your eyes only. The video showed Karen meeting a man in a black sedan. His face blurred, but his license plate? GOV-7H3R. Government. The GOV-7H3R plate burned into my mind. I memorized it, deleted the footage, and crushed the USB under my boot. No traces. Lily's safety depended on it. Mrs. Rivera lingered, her wrinkled hands gripping mine. My nephew works at the DMV, she whispered. That plate belongs to Senator Carl Voss. He's powerful. Her voice cracked. Be careful, Ethan. Powerful? Karen was a HOA tyrant, not a political player, but Marco confirmed it. Voss chaired a cybersecurity committee. My old world. Years ago, I'd hacked his campaign donor list for a client. Now he was tied to this? I spent the night scrubbing Lily's iPad, locking down our Wi-Fi and rigging motion sensors on her windows. Every creak of the house made me jump. At 3 a.m., her oxygen monitor flatlined. I bolted to her room. She was breathing, but the machine's wires cut. A note taped to her IV pole. Stop digging or she stops breathing. My hands shook as I reconnected the sensors. Lily stirred, murmuring, Daddy? Monsters again? Gone, bug, I lied. Daddy's here. Marco called at dawn. The Interpol mole, his name's Derek Walsh, works in cyber forensics. He's been erasing Karen's tracks and Voss's. Why? Money. His daughter's got leukemia. Experimental treatment costs $2 million. Relatable motivation. The kind that twists good men into monsters. I hacked Walsh's medical bills, heart racing. Found payments from a shell company, Voss Holdings. Karen wasn't the mastermind. She was a pawn. Then an alert. Karen's son, Jason, logged into a dark web forum. I infiltrated his chat. User, Jason. The kid's pics aren't enough. We need the dad's files. User, dark web angel. Phase 3 starts tomorrow. Eliminate the liability. Liability. Lily. I packed our go bags, but Mrs. Rivera knocked again. This time, she held a pistol. My late husband's. You'll need it. Why are you helping me? She hesitated. My grandson. He's like Lily. The HOA took his therapy garden. Karen laughed. Tears glinted. Hurt her. The gun weighed heavy in my hands. I'd sworn never to touch one again, not after Jen died. But Lily's face, pale under her oxygen mask, shattered my resolve. Marco texted, Voss's team is moving. Get out now. Tires screeched outside. Black SUVs surrounded our house. Men in suits marched up the driveway. I scooped Lily up, her tubes tangling around us. Daddy's got you. Back door, garage. Too late. A voice boomed. Ethan Cole. FBI, but the badges they flashed, fake. The tallest agent smirked. Senator Voss sends his regards. I sprinted through Mrs. Rivera's backyard, Lily's breath hot on my neck. Gunshots cracked, my leg buckled, burning pain. I fell, shielding Lily with my body. A van skidded beside us. Marco leaned out, bleeding from his brow. Get in, now! We sped off, Lily screaming. Marco tossed me a laptop. Voss's server coordinates. Crash it or we crash. The dashboard clock blinked. 11:59 p.m. Phase 3 was here. The van swerved into an abandoned parking garage. Marco slumped over the wheel, his blood smearing the glass. Servers underground, he rasped. 3 blocks east. He coughed, red flecking his lips. Password's your daughter's name. Lily, always Lily. I dragged Marco into the shadows, propping him against a concrete pillar, his pulse thready. Stay with her, I ordered, pressing the gun into his hand. His eyes fluttered, no choice. Lily clung to my neck, her tears soaking my shirt. Don't go, Daddy. I'll be right back. The lie tasted like ash. I limped toward the coordinates, legs screaming. The server location was a decrepit laundromat. A front. Inside, a keypad glowed. I typed LILY. Access denied. Again, LILY denied. Sweat dripped onto the keys. Think. Her full name, Lillian. The door hissed open. Rows of servers hummed. Red lights blinking. A monitor flashed. Phase 3 initiated. Dissemination in T-minus 500. I clicked the countdown. A video loaded. Lily's medical records, our home address, Jen's gravesite. Set to broadcast nationwide with the caption, Wanted, deadbeat dad murders wife, fakes disabled daughter for sympathy. Voss wasn't just destroying us, he was erasing our truth. My fingers flew across the keyboard. Firewalls crumbled, but the clock ticked faster. 3 o'clock. 2:30. A noise behind me. Jason, Karen's son, stood aiming a Glock. Dad said you'd come. Dad? The screen flickered. A live feed of Karen sobbing in a steel chair, face bruised. Senator Voss's voice boomed, You had one job, Ethan. Now watch them die. Jason smirked. He's not my uncle, he's my father. The pieces snapped together. Karen's divorce, Jason's hacking skills, Voss's secret son. 0:45. I lunged, tackling Jason. The gun fired, shattering a server. We grappled, my legs searing. He kneed my wound. White pain. 0:15. I headbutted him, grabbed the Glock, and shot the main server. Sparks exploded. The screen died. Silence. Jason groaned, crawling toward the exit. Police sirens wailed. Real FBI. I limped back to the garage. Marco was gone. Lily too. A note in her wheelchair. Daddy, the nice lady took me. Don't be mad. L. Nice lady. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. She's safe, for now. Voss, attached. A photo of Lily, sedated, in a hospital bed. Voss's hand on her shoulder. The gun trembled in my grip. Marco's voice echoed. Crash it, or we crash. I'd crashed the server, but Voss crashed me. The photo of Lily burned into my retinas. Voss's hand on her shoulder, possessive, triumphant. I crumpled the note, my leg throbbing where the bullet had grazed it. The garage reeked of oil and Marco's blood. Gone. Just like Jen. Just like everyone. My phone buzzed. Mrs. Rivera. Meet me at the old water tower, 10 minutes. Come alone. I didn't trust her. But I didn't trust oxygen either. I stole a bike, pedaling through back alleys, the gun digging into my waistband. The tower loomed, rusted and skeletal. Mrs. Rivera stood under its shadow, clutching a manila envelope. They're holding her at Silver Pines Clinic, she said. Private facility. Voss's shell company owns it. Why tell me? Because Karen's there too. Her jaw tightened. Voss discards pawns. She called me, begging for help. Said she'd trade secrets for protection. I snatched the envelope. Floor plans, security codes, shift schedules. Too easy. It's a trap, I said. Yes. Mrs. Rivera's eyes glistened. But it's the only path to Lily. The clinic sat on the town's edge, masquerading as a luxury rehab. I scaled the fence, my legs screaming. Cameras swiveled, disabled. Karen's doing? Inside, the halls were sterile, silent. Room 214. I pressed my ear to the door. Whimpering. Karen lay handcuffed to a bed, face swollen, IV dripping sedatives. She jerked awake. Ethan, he's using her for the next phase? Where's Lily? Basement. Lab, she gagged. They're testing. Her DNA. DNA? Why? Alarms blared. Boots pounded down the hall. Karen rasped, Vent, go! I crawled through the ceiling ducts, dust choking me. The basement door required a retinal scan. Think. I pried a vent cover, dropped into a lab, and froze. Lily lay unconscious on a gurney, needles in her arms. Screens displayed her brain scans, genetic codes, and a progress bar. Synthesis. 95%. A voice behind me. Cerebral palsy wasn't interesting enough, Ethan. Senator Voss stepped from the shadows, Jason beside him. But a child producing natural opioids in her CSF? That's a pandemic cure. $1 trillion patent. He smiled. Pity her condition will kill her in weeks. Unless I own the solution. Jason aimed a syringe at Lily's IV. Final dose. I lunged. Jason slammed me into a cabinet. Voss chuckled. You're predictable. That's why I let you live this long. Lily's monitor flatlined. No! I elbowed Jason's throat, grabbed the syringe, and stabbed Voss's thigh. He roared, collapsing. Sirens wailed. Real FBI this time. Agents stormed in. Jason fled. Voss writhed, screaming, I own the Senate! You're dead! I cradled Lily, her pulse faint. An agent pulled me away. Medics are here. Don't touch her! Then a whisper. Daddy! Her eyes fluttered open. I'm here, Bug. Always. The agents swarmed Voss, cuffing him mid-snarl. But as they let him out, he locked eyes with me. This isn't over. She's mine. Later, Marco texted from a burner number. They're transferring Voss to a black site. He'll vanish. Get Lily out of the country. I stared at her, asleep in the hospital bed. Machines hummed. Safe, for now. Mrs. Rivera appeared in the doorway, tears streaming. I'm sorry. For what? She lifted her sleeve. A fresh tattoo, GOV-7H3R. I was his first test subject, she said. The opioids, they're in all of us. He's been harvesting us for years. The walls spun. Lily's cure wasn't a cure, it was a weapon. Mrs. Rivera's tattoo glowed faintly under the hospital lights. GOV-7H3R. The same license plate. The same evil. Lily's IV dripped quietly, her chest rising in shallow breaths. What do you mean, all of us? I demanded. She unbuttoned her collar, revealing a jagged scar. Voss injected us years ago. The opioids, they're dormant until activated. Her voice broke. He's rigged the town's water supply. One signal and everyone turns into time bombs. The room tilted. Lily drank tap water this morning. My phone buzzed. A news alert. Breaking. Mysterious illness spreads in Willow Creek. Hospitals overwhelmed. Footage showed neighbors convulsing, veins blackening. Mrs. Rivera gasped, It's starting! A doctor rushed in, grabbing Lily's chart. We're moving her to isolation. Symptoms match the outbreak. Number Y blocked the door. She's not sick. It's him, Voss. He's poisoning everyone. The doctor frowned. Sir, step aside or I'll call security. Gunfire echoed downstairs. Screams. The hallway lights flickered. Mrs. Rivera peered out. They're here. Black-suited men stormed the floor, silencing patients with syringes. Voss's cleanup crew. I yanked Lily's IVs, wrapped her in a blanket, and ran. Mrs. Rivera hurled a fire extinguisher at the thugs. Go, I'll hold them off. We crashed into the stairwell. Lily stirred, her skin burning. Daddy, my head hurts. Hold on, Bug. Marco's burner number rang. Ethan, Voss's signal tower, downtown. Destroy it, or the toxin goes airborne nationwide. What about Lily? A pause. The tower's code. It's her DNA sequence. You'll have to upload it manually. Upload, meaning Lily's blood, her life. The stairwell door burst open. Jason stood there, gun raised. Dad wants her back. I shielded Lily. He's not your dad. He's a monster. Jason's hand wavered. He promised to fix my mom. She's dead, I snapped. Check your texts. He hesitated, glanced at his phone. A leaked ER photo, Karen's body bag. Jason's gun clattered to the floor. Sirens wailed outside. The toxin's fog crept through streets, people collapsing mid-scream. The tower loomed ahead, red lights pulsing. Lily's nose bled. I'm scared, Daddy. I know. I kissed her forehead. I need you to be brave one more time. Inside the tower, a terminal blinked. Enter subject code. I pricked Lily's finger, her blood smearing the scanner. Code accepted. Self-destruct initiated. T-minus 60 seconds. Jason barged in. The police are coming. We gotta go. Take her! I shoved Lily into his arms. What about you? The countdown flashed. 0:30. Go! Jason fled with Lily. I slumped against the terminal, watching the numbers drop. 0:10, 0:05. A shadow filled the doorway. Voss limping, face twisted. You lose. Even if the tower blows, the president's already infected. My legacy's unstoppable. 0:01. The blast hurled me into the street. Fire swallowed the tower, Voss's screams melting into the roar. Jason waved from a fleeing cop car, Lily safe in the back seat. Mrs. Rivera hobbled toward me, her arm blistering with black veins. It's done, she rasped. But the skyline twinkled with identical towers in every direction. Phoenix, Flagstaff, Los Angeles, all glowing red. The smoke choked me. Blood trickled from my ears, but I stumbled toward the cop car where Jason shielded Lily. The skyline burned, dozens of towers pulsing red, Voss's legacy devouring cities. Mrs. Rivera collapsed beside me, her breath ragged. They'll need her? Again. Lily's face pressed against the car window, pale but alive. Her blood. The code. The only way to stop this. Marco's burner rang again. Ethan, the towers, they're synced. Take one down, the rest go offline. But you need to inject Lily's DNA into the central hub. In D.C. She's not a lab rat. She's the cure, Marco snapped. Or millions die, your choice. The phone died. Jason stepped out, Lily clutching his hand. I'll drive. The highway was a war zone. Cars abandoned, bodies littering the road. We weaved through chaos, Lily asleep in the back. Mrs. Rivera's veins blackened further. Leave me, she muttered. Slows you down. I ignored her. D.C. was a ghost town. The Capitol's dome loomed, the central tower glowing beneath it. Jason parked a mile out. They'll shoot us on sight. Not if we're invisible. I pulled up blueprints. Sewers lead directly under the tower. The tunnels reeked of rot. Lily coughed, her fever spiking. Almost there, Bug. The hub's basement was a vault. Retinal scans, armed guards. No way in. Then Mrs. Rivera grabbed my arm. Use me. She peeled back her sleeve, the GOV7H3R tattoo pulsing. I'm his prototype. Scanners. Recognize me. They'll kill you, Jason said. She smiled. I'm already dead. We strapped her with C4 from Marco's van. Distract them, I said. Buy us 60 seconds. She limped toward the guards. Senator Voss sent me. The prototype is here. They aimed. Halt! She detonated. The blast shook the earth. We sprinted through debris, Lily in my arms. The terminal flashed, system ready. I pricked her finger again. Her blood dripped onto the scanner. Code verified. Global deactivation initiated. Sirens blared. Red lights turned green. Towers powering down one by one. Cheers erupted outside as the toxin's fog dissolved. Jason hugged Lily, tears streaming. We did it. But a shadow moved in the corner. Voss, face charred, limping toward us. A detonator in his hand. If I can't own it, no one does. He pressed the button. The terminal exploded. Jason shoved Lily into my arms and lunged at Voss. They grappled, tumbling into a server pit. Go! Jason screamed. I ran. The basement collapsed behind me, burying them both. Outside, the Capitol burned. Lily stirred, whispering, Where's Jason? He stayed to help. Medics swarmed us. News cameras filmed the hero dad and daughter. Marco appeared, bandaged but alive. Voss's empire's ashes. The world thinks he died a martyr. And the truth? He handed me a file. Classified. The president was never infected. Voss lied. But the opioid formula, it's out there. Someone will rebuild it. Lily tugged my sleeve. Daddy, can we go home? Home. The word felt hollow. Our house was a crime scene. Jen's grave, trampled. But I kissed her forehead. Yeah, Bug. Let's go home. Epilogue. They gave us a new name, a new town. Lily's scars faded, but nightmares didn't. Some nights I still hear Voss's laugh in the dark. Marco texts sometimes. They're still out there. I delete them. Today, Lily drew a picture. Our old house, Jason, Mrs. Rivera, and a tiny angel labeled Mom. She taped it to the fridge. Family, she said. Maybe she's right. Maybe family isn't blood. It's who you burn the world for.